Are you looking to master carpentry, to pottery and glassmaking, masonry and carving in between? Are you stuck? Do you just run down different rabbit holes trying to figure out what you need? Well, stay tuned here. Here's a spreadsheet I made. Feel free to copy, and if you would, please subscribe and like the video for more quick videos like this and other gameplay videos. First, we're starting out with different things like a lot of logs and planks and large branches, and basically everything on this list is what you're going to need. All the tools. You're going to need things like a shovel, spade, a hammer, a hacksaw, wood saw, sledgehammer or pickaxe, axe, chisel, trowel, pliers, hand drill, knife, lighter, buckets of cement, clay sculpting tool made by carving. And throughout this, you're going to need several skill books. And to find these skill books, of course, you always look in the libraries, anything to do with a school or a gas station, magazine rack, things like that. Some houses have different things in them. Originally doing foraging allows you to find clay and stone, and it's plentiful out there. You just need to know where to look. And basically, you're going to need a lot of different things like logs, rags, sheetrope, planks, nails, long sticks, stones, flat stones, a few bags of sand, buckets of water, wire, broken glass, 24 trash bags, all on the journey to make it to where you can make your own windows and make your own glass panes. Here I'm making a watchtower, lookout tower that I wanted to make a sheetrope to be able to get out of fast so that there's not only one entrance or exit in here. And it won't let me do it, and I know other people are having this issue too. So I know people are looking into pottery and glassmaking. And if this video, we're going to go through it in less than 10 minutes, and we're going to conquer this one step at a time with no rabbit holes. So please stay tuned and fast forward to the part that you like. You would definitely want these magazines. It's like Bottle Making, Carlo Crystal, and Murano Glass. Here we're going to attempt to pick up the window, and a lot of times when you pick up the window it breaks. We're going to walk around and go to a stone that you actually physically see on the ground. You right click and you can hit remove stone. You may need a shovel or something like that. Also, you find a large boulder, you can right click and break with a sledgehammer. It does do some damage to the tool, so be careful about that. When you're doing foraging here, go ahead and wait until it rains to walk around lakes and the roads. And as you'll notice, you'll see the clay pop up more often when it's raining. Right after a rain, I go walk down the roads and find all the clay that I can find and throw them in some sandbags. So right here, we're just gathering everything we need. We need a lot of logs. We're making a fence around this entire garage here. The zombies walk right around these defenses and try to go to a more easily broken item. It's a very good diversion tactic. Make some tables here for a work surface, and they don't give any XP. You always want to make sure that you're reading the book so you're not wasting any XP. So right here we're making a hand operating press. Doesn't give any XP. We made a chopping block and it did give 12.5 XP. We made a chair, made some XP, and the butter churn did not. Right here, the flashlight pole did give 12.5, but we're just going to go back to making the fence around here because it really does divert the zombies away, and it gives you a chance to funnel them into different areas. I'd like to set up some barbed wire and stuff, but I'm just making it a little harder for them to see me when I'm working. So I'm just kind of building some infrastructure around in the warehouse just to make some walls. We just went to level 3 and we're just doing a chicken coop right now. Also, we make the compost bin and everything to make more XP, and it's actually a tool for us later. So we can have several bases and make several things. That way you can make everything at once with your character and you don't have to worry about him roaming out and gathering items and dying when you're halfway through carpentry. So we want to go 1 through level 6 in carpentry and build everything possible that we can. Here we're just making different tools, just showing you what's XP, and when you pause the video you can see exactly how much XP it makes. I did write it down also on the spreadsheet in the beginning. Just wanted to make some log stairs here with some 12 logs. Right now we're making the Advanced Kiln, and it is 20 clay and a trowel to make this. And this allows you to upgrade to the next part. Now you can start making some molds and making some XP on your carpentry, and you'll need these later, so it's a good idea. They're very good XP, and they don't use anything but a plank. And I'm just going through and pretty much anything in the future that I might make, like a tannin barrel. Didn't do any XP, but that's why we're showing you. So right now we're doing some carving as a side quest to get the carving tool, the pottery shaping tool. And this is made just by level 1 carving, and right now I'm just kind of going through what I have from my random hikes and picking up long sticks and things like that to carve into different things. Once we get the clay sculpting tool, this is the clay sculpting tool, we're going to make some boxes for storage. That way we don't have to walk as far for our farming materials and animal husbandry. But right here I'm making another perimeter because these logs are so plentiful around here, the McCoy logging camp, and I'm making it to where the zombies won't even try to go around. They'll have to go around this. So right now we just made the pottery table. Now we can take the clay sculpting tool and press things into clay. We're going to go ahead and press some sheet molds, level our pottery up as high as we can. And right now we're getting into masonry because we're going to need to make different things to level our masonry up to, I think, level 2. Right now we need to make some clay cement. So we're taking some clay that we have and making some cement, or you can use grass cuttings if you have a scythe to cut the grass. Use grass clippings to feed your animals also, so this might be something that you can substitute. Look for different things, and basically here I'm just leveling up the pottery as much as I can since I had plenty of clay. So right now we're leveling our masonry up by making stone cabinets and also breaking large stones into smaller stones. And with these smaller stones we can then start shaping a stone block. And that's what we're doing here on the surface, and that gives a lot of XP. So we're making a lot of blocks for the next thing that we're going to build in carpentry. So what we need masonry for is for the 2 stone wheels in order to make a pottery wheel. That way we can spin the crucible to melt the glass in order to make our glass pane. So that's what we're doing here, is we're making the pottery wheel, and now that unlocks more for us to sculpt. We're sculpting bowls, mugs, and we also have a couple other things to unlock here. And we're just making this really quick video for you to be able to go through, sculpt as many things, know what you need before you even start, and that way you can level a character all the way up to level 5 or 6 carpentry, level them up to level 2 masonry, level 3 pottery, and you can start making your towers to where you can see the zombies before they come. Now I'm making the window right here, and this is where we're testing to see if we can nail a sheetrope here, but we can't. So we're trying to just add a sheet right now and finish off the rest of the walls because we need to make the glass in order to actually see the results of this tower. To all advantages, we can start using it. We can start expanding this tower and making a walkway to get the different buildings and things that nobody will ever see us, but we'll have escape ropes to be able to get out. And that way you can play with a higher population and still be safe. And right now I'm reading the magazines. You need these magazines. You need to keep looking for them. You need to find them because that's the way that you sculpt. That's the way you make the glass. Right now we're just finishing off to level 3 masonry. We just got that. And now we're ready to make the next step. So we're making a simple furnace in order to finish off our clay projects. And now that's where we need the lighter, and that's where we need the tongs and the large crucible to melt the glass in order to pour it into one of our molds. So we're looking for the mold, we're looking for the glass, and we're going to create some charcoal. So we have a burning pit down here, we have a campfire. Doesn't give you XP to use the kiln, it doesn't give you XP to use the furnace. And now we're making a wooden window, and now we can place the window. And now we can right click and we can make a nail sheet rope. We're going to tie some sheet ropes out of some sheets. So we're going to tie some sheet ropes out of some sheets and then nail it to the window up here, and now we can escape. And now you've conquered all the way up to make pretty much the beginning things in Project Zomboid. I believe you can make a really good base at this point. I'm going to be experimenting with some barbed wire with these wooden fences to see what it really does. And stay tuned and subscribe and like this video, and that way I can make more. Thank you so much for tuning in.